Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the ST, SD, SD exit exam and the SSO exit exam question answer. So this question already it has been asked in the previous paper. So it can be repeated because the lots of the questions are keep repeating in the examination of the exit exam. So maybe this type of question will come in your exam or the pattern will be the same. So okay, let's start with the question number one, that is security equipment and system need to be option A calibrated and tested before every use, option B kept under lock and key, option C tried out during each security drill, option D included in PMS. So the right answer will be the option B kept under lock and key. Now we'll see question number 2. Ship security drills must be conducted at least every option A 2 months, option B 3 months, option C 4 months, option D 5 months. So the right answer will be the option B 3 months. So basically we generally conduct the security drills on the ship, and the drills, there are the frequency of the drills of every other types of the drills, like the we are having the fire drills, abandoned ship drills. So like this ship security drills also it should be conducted, and their frequency should be minimum 3 months. Okay. Question number 3. The port facility is required to appoint option A PFSO, option B PFSA, option C SSO, option D CSO. So the right answer will be the port facility security officer, that is option A PFSO. The meaning of PFSO is port facility security officer. Option C is the SSO, option B is the PFSA, and option D is CSO. CSO is ship security officer, D is the company security officer. But the port, for the port, PFSA is also not the security officer. So the right answer will be the port facility security officer. Now the question number 4. Security measures not necessarily extended by the contracting government for the ship's crafts are the option A harbor crafts, option B offshore supply vessel OSB, option C passenger and cargo ship coastal trade, option D fishing vessel. So the right answer will be the fishing vessel. Now move to question number 5. CSO can be nominated for option A 1 ship, option B 2 ships, option C 3 ships, option D several ships. So the right answer will be option D several ships. Basically the CSO is the company security officer, and that is nominated, and it can be nominated for the several ships, not only it is not there any requirement that only one ship, and there should be the particular CSO. So for the group of ships, then there can be the CSO for the groups of ships. Generally the company is dividing the fleet in the different fleet, giving the name fleet 1, fleet 2, fleet 3. So for the fleet 1 there will be the one security officer, company security officer. So they will be looking after all the security threats or anything happening with the ship related to the security. Then they are taking action, or they are taking care, and they are contacting with the different authorities in case of the any security threats or any security threats happen on the ship. So it can be appointed with the several ship. Now question number 6. Ship security assessment are the responsibility of option A SSO, option B CSO, option C PFSO, option D designated person. So the right answer will be the CSO, company security officer. Now question number 7. The contractive government ensures implementation of legal requirements including PFSO, PFSP, etc. for security in port facility within its jurisdiction through the option A flag state, option B port state, option C coastal state, option D coast guard. So the right answer will be the port state, that is option B. Now move to question number 8. One can ensure structural security by option A sealing of the ship, option B limiting access point, option C limiting entry into the ship, option D locking all doors. So the right answer will be the option B, that is limiting access point. Question number 9. The Global Integrated Shipping Information System, that is GISIS, is accessible to option A IMO members, option B IMB members, option C contracting governments, option D ship owners. So the right answer will be the IMO member, that is option A. Now move to question number 10. The term security level refer to option A the degree of risk that a security incident will occur, option B the level of danger, option C the probability of an attack, option D the level of casualties. So the right answer will be that the degree of risk that a security incident will occur. So basically the security level, they are having the different security level, that is security level 1, 2, 3. So in the each security level there will be the levels and degree of the risk that a security incident that may occur. So according to that, the port facility, they decide that the ship, that whatever the ship which is present inside the port, so what the security level they have to maintain. So according to that they are maintaining. Now move to question number 1. Overt method to overcome security measures. Option A by forcefully breaking and entering. Option B by disabling alarms. Option C while the guards are sleeping. Option D by befriending the crew members. Right answer will be the option A by forcefully breaking and entering. Now move to question number 12. Action which are not necessarily be part of assessment of security drills is option A debriefing by masters and SSO. Option B disciplinary action against any crew member. Option C analysis and discussion on take away from drill. Option D written report of the drill. So the right answer will be the disciplinary action against any crew member. So that is not the part of the security drill, because that is the normal the disciplinary action, that is the routine action or anything which is happening normal days. So it is not any part of the security drill. Question number 13 A. DOS exchange between. So the option will be A SSO and PFSO, option B SSO and company, option C SSO and master, option D SSO and administration. So the right answer will be option A SSO and PFSO, that is the ship security officer and port facility security officer. So in that this DOS is exchanged, and in that basically the security level is written and what are the things we should maintain. And as a ship security officer, they also give the detail of the ship, that what are the equipment they are having, how much the all the required equipment which is related to the security that we are having. So we generally exchange. And the port facility security officer, they also nominate the one person who will be the looking after of the all the things, and like this. Question number 14. Controlling embarkation of persons and their effect is done by option A visitor control, personal effect and body search. Option B access control, personal effects and body searches. Option C baggage control, personal effects and body searches. Option D CCTV control, personal effects and baggage control. So the right answer will be the option B, that is access control, personal effects and body searches. So basically when some person are embarking or de-embarking, so generally when with regards to embarkation of the any person, so generally we do the body searches and access control also, like we are having duty watch, gangway watch. So according to that we control the security measures. Question number 15. A ship maintaining a higher security level than the port shall prior entering to the port. So option A inform PFSO and coordinate for appropriate action. Option B divert to another port. Option C carry out cargo operation outside the port limit. Option D adhere to security level of the port. So the right answer will be the option A, that is inform PFSO and coordinate for appropriate action. Question number 16. To prevent a pirate attack, first line of defense is option A proper lookout, option B maximum speed, option C seal all entrances to accommodation. Option D, early detection. So the right answer will be the early detection, because when the any early detection, we generally detect any boats are coming and we identify that that is the pirates boat, so we can take the prevent the attack from their side, so we can maximize the speed, we can prepare for the different, or we can report, or we can report to the required or concerning government also. And if you are having the arms guard, so you can prepare them also. So move to question number 17. The declaration of security, that is the DOS, to be completed on behalf of the ship by option A, CSO, option B, SSO, option C, PFSO, option D, master. So the right answer will be the option B, that is SSO. So SSO is the ship security officer. So generally ship security officer is the responsible for the DOS. Now question number 18. IMO introduced ISPS code and made it mandatory to enhance security in option A, July 2004, option B, July 1998, option C, December 2002, option D, after 9/11 incident. So the right answer will be the answer A, that is July 2004. Now question number 19. The precise circumstance when a DOS is required by the port facility can be established through option A, the PFSO, option B, the PFSA, option C, the CSO, option D, the SSO. So the right answer will be the PFSO, that is Port Facility Security Officer. Now move to question number 20. To meet the requirements of ISPS code, the most effective and practical methods used by port authorities for surveillance is A. Option A, thermal cameras, option B, security cameras, option C, dedicated task force to bolster security, option D, trained security staff. So the right answer will be option B, security camera. Generally they are maintaining with the security camera surveillance, they are doing, having the different security camera on different parts. So they are monitoring them continuously. So we have finished with the today's set. So this much is not enough, but we can say that if you see this much of question thoroughly, so you can get the idea that whatever question will come in the ship security exam, exit exam, and SD exit exam. So both the exam you can refer this video, and you can have the knowledge of the what type of pattern will come, or maybe that the same question can also be repeated, because the lots of the question are keep repeating in the exit exam. So okay, thank you everyone, all the best for your exam.